Allah will change your life. Allah will change your life. Don't worry about what people think about you. It means nothing. When you're dressed appropriately, they still think bad about you. When you're dressed inappropriately, they still think bad about you. When you're practicing, they still think bad about you. When you're not practicing, they still think bad about you. So don't worry about that. It's Allah Almighty whom we need to be concerned about.
سبيل الدموع سبيل مريح تنهد يا صاحي كي تستريح وبث الدعاء الخفي الصريح يسعك الفضاء الرحيم الفسيح سبيل الدموع سبيل مريح تنهد يا صاحي كي تستريح وبث الدعاء الخفي.
Welcome to another YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about power of speech in Islam. So finally, the importance of words and leadership in Islam cannot be overstated. The power of words lies in the ability to change minds, strengthen bonds, and mold realities. So what does Islam say about speech? In summary, the Holy Quran and Hadith maintain and uphold the right to freedom of speech and expression. Our words must be clear, plain, and influent. The effects of useless talk. Allah has warned us of the bad effects of useless talk, or that which does not concern us, because we expect both physical and mental energy. Quote, quote, if your heart hardens, your body becomes weak, and you have little provision, then know that you have talked about which does not concern you. We are responsible for every word we say, especially when it may harm others by gossip, backbiting, or telling lies. Each and every word we use after it's recorded, and one day we will stand accountable for the record on the day of judgment. And yeah, every Muslim is going to be standing accountable for all the stuff that they've done. So think before you speak, before you open your mouth and speak and say something witty or clever that may hurt somebody. And you know what you're doing when you do that, because backbiting, speaking on somebody, and even saying it to people's faces, and you don't think, and you don't have the speech, and you don't think before you speak, that could stick in someone's head for a year. Now you've gained sins for any time that person's thought about it and thought away, cried about it, or anything, you know, and so on. Think your words better than the silence, or is the silence better than the words? That's a good way to put it. Is your words better than the silence, or is the silence better than your words? Sometimes it's just better not to say things you are from your mouth. If you speak good or remain silent, and then the Prophet said that it's a thing in Islam. You need to mind how you speak. Power of speech in Islam is very big. Because imagine you go and say something in your head, it's not that serious, but that person's thinking about it for a year. How do you think Allah is going to react to that specific situation you've done? It won't be good, because now you've gained sins, you made a person feel away, and you don't know how deep it is to them. Like, I could go and say, oh, why, I'm not going to say this, but hypothetically, as an example, I could say, why does she not wear the hijab? But you don't know her journey of how many years she's been struggling with it, you know? And if it's backbiting, or it gets wrong to the person, or the person hears me say it face to face, now I have to face Allah for what I've said and how deep that situation was. And I might not even be forgiven by the person I said it to. So was there really a need in saying these extra things, being cheeky and knowing what you're saying? Don't try to hurt people, it's not a good thing.